Hello everybody, in this video we're going to take a look at a virtual reality app for the Oculus Quest called PlayAniMaker, and the name suggests that already that you can create an animations using this app in virtual reality. So basically the app is still in beta, so this is the AppLab version of the app, and trying this one on the Oculus Quest 2. Now, as you can see here, there are different things to notice. First of all, you can actually see the anime girl projected as the camera. You can actually control the camera. You can animate it using keyframes, or you can just jump into the character and animate it yourself. You can actually move the controllers of the Oculus Quest 2 and therefore animate the hand, and of course your hand movement, because it also tracks the headset orientation and location. You can actually create a cool animation with a character like that. Thing is that I still haven't found a way to actually record and export a video of me animating the character using my own hands and head movements. But maybe once the app is fully released, this feature will be available, or maybe I miss it, but I searched, I didn't find it. Now of course there are many apps that allows you to kind of control the characters. I actually created this one in augmented reality as well in the past, that allows you to kind of control the character using your own facial expressions, but this was in AR with the face tracking. This one of course is different. You actually control the character with the controllers, because again it's in VR, you wear the VR headset, and that's the way to actually control the character. Anyway, it's another way to kind of create something really cool, and I try to see how far I can actually get this in terms of creativity. Eventually it's limited, but I understand this app is not finished yet, but I'm going to show you actually how it works. You can see me actually testing out the different options. There are options to control the keyframes with this one. You can get into the figure and out of the figure, control the character with the different pivot points. You see that you actually move the blue ones. You can actually just move them or rotate them, and then you control the character, or you can get into the character as you've seen before. You can reset the pose, the finger, and the hair. What about the hair? Well, we can actually, there's animation for the hair as well once you activate the fan. I'm going to show you this one in a moment. So now you can actually see me controlling the character. So I'm just going to this blue section, hold them, I can rotate them, drag them, and create kind of a cool pose with this. But if I want to animate it, I really need to create a frame for it and move on to the next. You can see I can move the characters, the different points you can create. You can move the legs, you can even move the character itself totally by dragging the platform where she actually stand on. You can do this for the hands, for the shoulders, so it's really cool. Here you can actually see the FPS, which the animation will run, and this is for recording. It's already recording, by the way. In this video I'm just trying this out, but basically all you need to do is just press record. You're going to say recording, as you can see the text, and all you need to do is just add keyframes. Now, because you can't actually, blink, the headset won't detect your blinking, maybe in the next iteration of the Oculus Quest, you need to press a button which allows you to do that, to blink. So you can create natural blinking by just pressing the button, or close the eyes completely. Now you do this using, there's the buttons on the left controller, so you just tap the Y button, and then you can control it, just closing the eyes completely, or just blinking as you like. Or the other cool things is the fan that controls the air. You can actually use also a green screen if you like. You see this actually will cause the air to be animated. We're going to see this in a moment. In order to do this, I need to turn clothing on, which right now it's off, so it's not actually reacting to the fan. So once I activated the clothing, it will be activated. In a moment you see it. This is the green screen, by the way. If you want to change the background, keep in mind that what you actually be recording, if the recording export option will be available, you're going to see the green screen, and you need just to move the camera, so what you actually see on the screen is what should be exported. This is just the 3D scene where you can manipulate the character in the 3D space in virtual reality. So you can actually see the air is actually animated. This is not actually just the air, this is actually the air skirt, and it's like lighting, so it really does not as a kind of a very accurate representation of wind. It's just like light, just produce wind the entire area of the body. So if you put it, for example, for the left side, the skirt and the air would be animated to the right side. It doesn't matter how far you put it, or if you put it up or down just for the air, it's still going to animate everything all together. yeah, pretty cool. And everything, of course, is happening in real time. So, there's no need to rendering or anything. Everything will be rendered in real time. So you can actually create the animation and see the air movement and the skirt movement as well. Now, one thing to note that you can actually also change the size. So you can work on a small a miniature size of the character, or you can do this in room scale. So the character will actually appear at the size you dictate. So basically you're going to room scale, you can just walk around it and animate it as you like. There's also option to load and save the scenes. Here I'm actually getting into the character again. I can see the camera pointing at me. You can actually choose also the lighting direction of the character. There's only one lighting from what I'm able to see. And you can actually go back in and out of the character. Pretty cool. Now, as I tell you, you can control the animation using keyframes. So basically you just tap to add a keyframe. You see this button, you tap it, you move it a bit again. Just keep in mind that depends on the frame rate that you're using. You need to set how many keyframes you're going to put. So just move it a bit, tap a keyframe. This will run at 8 frames per second. So I just kind of animate it properly. Of course, it will not be something perfect, just for testing things out. Tapping, moving, tapping, controlling. Of course, you can control all the parts of the body if you like. I actually added a few more. And if I want to see play, you can see she's just waving. See? Cool. Of course, if I added more keyframes, it would be smoother, but just for testing. Right, cool. This thing actually can allow you to move frame by frame. I actually wanted something to jump into the end, but there's no option for this at the moment. Right? Now you can actually control, you need to actually stop it because it's not playing. When you play, you can actually control, manipulate the body, the 3D body. So I need to press the button to stop. This is supposed to be an icon there for stopping, but or maybe an alert that tells you, you can actually manipulate something. But anyway, you need to stop, and then those blue markers appear, which allows you to manipulate the body all over again. So the thing is that it's pretty cool because, again, the easiest thing to do is if you just want to record something of yourself, so basically get into the body and just manipulate it with your hand movement and stuff. The other cool thing that I really want is to be able to have something like, they can detect my face expressions, my eyes, like you do this in augmented reality Instagram filters, for example. That would be amazing. But the thing is that if you use, of course, the virtual reality headset, it can't track your face because your face is covered by the headset. So basically, if you're always using a virtual reality headset, you need some kind of a camera inside that can actually detect it. But this is, again, not available on the Oculus Quest 2. But again, it would be a cool feature to have, in the next version. That's why, by the way, it's very easy to create animation in augmented reality. Although it's really cool to jump into virtual reality and kind of manipulate things. This is good for frame by frame when you do something like this. But if I want to record myself, this would be much easier to just, not doing this in VR, just sitting on a computer and then have a camera, a phone maybe pointing at me that have all this recognition, body and facial recognition, and can just, recognize my body, and then I can animate everything. Much easier. But this is just another way to approach this in virtual reality, to do frame by frame animation, or just if it's possible, it will be possible to just record your hands and head movement, but you don't see any lip syncing here or anything. Maybe if you use voice, for example, by recording the voice, it can actually create a lip sync for this. This is one option because Oculus Quest 2 has a microphone that can actually detect your voice. So if you speak, it can actually do this. I don't know if it would be a feature in this app, but this is a feature that is possible to make. And by the way, I also checked and I thought it's actually available. You can't actually animate the camera here, unfortunately. I wanted to create something really cool, just focusing, not focusing, but just zooming in closer, moving the camera, but it just didn't work. I just saw that the camera is fixed, and what the camera sees in a fixed location, that's actually what will be recorded. Nonetheless, again, this is not a very sophisticated, it's very basic with the feature it offers, so I didn't have high expectations, but who knows, maybe it will become more popular and people like it, the developer will add more features, and again, this is not the final version anyway, so maybe in the final version we're going to see many more features added to this. Maybe just testing things out and they didn't put it here because it's not finished yet. Anyway, I'm putting some more frames in. I thought I'm going to control the camera, you see, frame by frame. That could be cool, but it didn't work eventually. I just thought, you know, that it can be animated. But if it was, maybe it was a bit blue, so I know that this is the part you can animate. So actually here, you see, I can see that actually the camera is not animated in the 3D space. And then, I said, oh, come on. You have to have this. So basically it's fixed. And now we can actually see the animation, but no camera movement. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I really like it. I mean, I really enjoy it. Of course, I want more features, but I really like it. So overall, I really enjoyed it. I mean, really enjoyed it. But again, it feels lacking. But again, still in beta. So yeah, if you really want to make something really cool, I mean, I like the green screen and everything, and maybe I can actually change backgrounds and other things inside this one, and just create everything inside the app and create really cool anime. You know, just inside with lip syncing. You know, with voice, with different backgrounds, and it can be amazing. I really enjoy it. Even I think I really enjoy it even doing this frame by frame. But of course, the ability to get into the character just makes things so much faster. So yeah, this is a PlayAniMaker for the Oculus Quest. Again, if you search it on the Oculus Store, just keep in mind that at least at the time of making this video, you're probably going to see a message that tells you that you need to search for it in AppLab, and you just need to tap that button, and then it's going to show you the app in AppLab, because AppLab apps are separated from the regular apps, but you can still, of course, test them out. And again, it's free, so you don't need to pay for it. If you want to test it out and really like the idea of creating and animating an anime girl in virtual reality, I think you're going to enjoy it. Keep in mind that there's also import options to import another character. I haven't played with this yet, but this is something that can be really, really cool if you want to import your own character and create animation with this. Something original, and you know, this can be very, very interesting. Now, spending more time in virtual reality to try to, you know, can get inspired by everything that I see, and see what other options there are there in virtual reality, and discover really unique apps that creators are making, developers are making, to just make, you know, the experience in virtual reality really fun, entertaining, and creative. I actually am focusing on the creative, but because I enjoy really creating things in virtual reality and augmented reality. Yeah, so if I find anything more interesting more than this, of course, I'm going to share with you on my channel, so make sure you subscribe and give this one a little like. I'll see you soon on the next video. Cheers, bye bye.